Oh shit, oh take, pray them niggas go away. Oh, we selling clowns around, it look like circus show. Like, this is not the album either, these are just a dope.
Hello everyone, Zach here, and welcome to another Sporting Edge video. Today we are going to talk about a method known as the French contrast method. This method is composed of 4 types of exercises. One is a heavy movement, compound movement. The second is a plyometric movement. And then the third exercise in this kind of movement is going to be like a weighted explosive movement. And then the final exercise is going to be an overspeed movement, which is going to be some type of movement with a band, so it helps you on the concentric portion of the exercise or when the muscle is shortening. So the purpose of the French contrast method is to improve the athlete by applying more stress on them, allowing them to greater develop neurologically and physically. So basically, the motor units that the athletes have fire better, allowing more muscle fibers to contract, thus making them more explosive, faster, and just improving them more athletically, allowing them to perform better on the field. So the first 2 movements of this method, the heavy compound movement and plyometric exercise, demonstrate a topic that we talked about in a previous video, post-activation potentiation. So quick reminder, the post-activation potentiation is trained because the heavy compound movement stimulates the nervous system, allowing the motor units to then recruit more muscle fibers in the plyometric exercise or sprint that is done after, which basically is important because then in the sprint or plyometric exercise, the athlete will be faster, more explosive, and powerful. And every athlete wants to be that in a sport, and that is why this method is used in training right now. Then the third movement of this exercise is an explosive strength movement, which is a movement that is weighted, but you are also moving it as fast as possible. You don't want it to be slow, you want it to be a quick movement, so you don't want to go too heavy because you still want to be very explosive when doing this, because when using this method, you're not building up strength. The purpose of this is to be more powerful, and you want to be able to move as quick or as fast as you can on the field and in whatever exercise you're doing, because in sports, the more explosive and faster you are, the better you are going to be. The fourth and final movement of the French contrast method is the overspeed movement. The purpose of this exercise is to use a band that assists you on the concentric portion of the exercise or when the muscle is shortening. The reasoning of why we use the band on the concentric portion of the lift is because the majority of motor units being fired are during the shortening of the muscle. So with the band, it allows an over-exaggeration of the concentric portion of the exercise, so more motor units and muscle fibers will be firing and being contracted with the band than it would normally. So thus, the body and nervous system will adapt, so when there is no band, the athlete will have a greater muscle contraction in the concentric portion of the lift, allowing them to become faster, quicker, more powerful, and explosive, which are some of the most important things that can be developed in the weight room that translates the best on the field. So now I'm going to show you an example of the French contrast method of 4 exercises that I did in the gym, and I will go into more detail in that clip, so I will talk to you guys there. So here I am demonstrating the French contrast method. This first exercise is the heavy compound exercise. I did squatting for this. I chose to do 225 for 3 reps as I had a track workout earlier that day, so my legs were not fresh, and since I'm in season, I did not want to go too heavy and risk injuring my legs and overtraining, so I just played it safe at this weight. And then in this next clip, I am demonstrating the plyometric exercise of this method, and I chose box jumps. I chose a height that was relatively hard but not too hard, where I was going to risk falling over and hurting myself because I'm kind of a spaz, so I played it safe with this height. And then the third exercise was the explosive movement, where I did weighted squat jumps. I did 10% of my body weight so I can move the weight explosively and fast. And then the final exercise, the overspeed one, I did band assistant jumps, which I really did feel like helped me jump higher than normal. So that is an example of the French contrast method. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and learned a little bit more about the French contrast method. If you have any questions about exercises that you could do with this method that translate for your sport, shoot us an email at the address in the description box, as well as if you have anything you'd like to see in these videos or learn about some topic, shoot us an email as well, and we will hopefully make a video as quickly as possible so you can learn more about that topic. Other than that, I hope you guys had a great Easter, and I will see you in the next video.